Have you ever been told that if you have diabetes, sweet fruits are off the table? Maybe you've stood in the produce aisle eyeing a ripe apple or a juicy bunch of grapes thinking, I better not risk it. It's a message that's been passed down for decades. Sugar is the enemy and naturally sweet fruits are too dangerous. But what if that message isn't the whole truth? What if some of the fruits you've been told to avoid, the same ones you've walked past hundreds of times, are actually helping your body, not harming it? Recent research is beginning to challenge old ideas. It turns out that several naturally sweet fruits, when eaten in the right way, can help lower blood sugar, reduce inflammation, and improve digestion. In fact, more and more doctors are rethinking their advice. So in today's video, I'll share 5 delicious, affordable fruits that are not only safe for people with diabetes, but may actually make you feel more energized, more comfortable, and more in control of your health. You'll learn how to eat them wisely, why they work, and how one simple change could help you feel better this week. Because no one, especially in their golden years, should feel like they have to give up the joy of eating fruit. If you haven't subscribed yet, now is the time to hit that button and turn on the bell so you never miss a health tip made just for you. And if you find this video helpful, type 1 in the comments. If not, type 0 so I know how to do better next time. Let's begin. 1. Strawberries. Sweet but smart. There's something comforting about strawberries. Maybe they remind you of summer afternoons, family gatherings, or a little bowl lovingly prepared by someone you once cherished. And while strawberries are sweet, they're also incredibly smart, especially for older adults living with diabetes. For years, we were told to steer clear of sweet fruits like strawberries. The fear was that their sugar content would spike blood glucose, but science is now painting a different picture. Strawberries contain powerful compounds called anthocyanins, the same pigments that give them their rich red color. These help slow down how sugar is absorbed into your bloodstream. That means you can enjoy the sweetness without the roller coaster of spikes and crashes. Even better, strawberries are packed with antioxidants that reduce inflammation. And as we age, inflammation is often behind stiff joints, aches, and fatigue. A few strawberries can help soothe that quiet inflammation in your knees, your hands, even your memory. 1 cup of strawberries also provides just the right amount of fiber, enough to keep digestion moving smoothly without upsetting the stomach. And don't overlook the emotional benefit. Enjoying something sweet, fresh, and guilt-free can lift your spirits. Many seniors tell me they feel lighter and more energized when they add strawberries to their weekly routine, especially as a midday snack with a few almonds or a spoonful of plain Greek yogurt. Choosing strawberries is more than a snack. It's an act of self-care. It's saying yes to nourishment and yes to the foods you love. So next time you open the fridge and see a bowl of red berries, go ahead, savor them. Slowly. Let them remind you that good health doesn't have to mean restriction. It means knowing what works for your body and embracing it. And just when you think a fruit can't get any sweeter or more surprising, wait until you hear what grapes can do. 2. Grapes. Small but powerful, grapes have long symbolized abundance and celebration. Maybe they take you back to harvest time, church potlucks, or sharing a snack with your grandkids. But if you're managing diabetes, you've probably been told to avoid them. Here's the good news. Grapes are much more than just sweet. They're surprisingly powerful. Inside their skin is a compound called resveratrol. It's been shown to improve insulin sensitivity, helping your body use sugar more efficiently. That's especially important for people over 60, when insulin resistance tends to sneak up. In other words, grapes can support your blood sugar, not sabotage it. They're also rich in antioxidants that fight inflammation and oxidative stress, 2 big contributors to joint pain, fatigue, and even memory loss. So yes, a handful of grapes might actually ease the very symptoms you've been battling for years. When eaten in moderation, especially alongside protein like cheese or a few walnuts, grapes can help keep blood sugar stable, not spiking, not crashing, just balanced. And let's be honest, there's something comforting about grapes. They're easy to grab, no peeling or slicing required. A cold bowl of grapes on a warm day feels like a small luxury. Toss them into a spinach salad or enjoy them frozen as a bite-sized dessert. They satisfy a sweet tooth without guilt. The truth is, health isn't always found in a pill bottle. Sometimes it's in the simple things nature gives us, like grapes, not forbidden, not dangerous, just real, nourishing food. And if you think grapes are powerful, wait until you see what's next. 3. Apples, the original daily medicine. An apple doesn't shout for your attention. It doesn't arrive with exotic colors or unfamiliar names. It simply waits, quiet, familiar, reliable in the fruit bowl, and for good reason. We've all heard the saying, an apple a day keeps the doctor away. It may sound old-fashioned, but for seniors navigating the challenges of blood sugar, heart health, and digestion, this simple truth has never been more relevant. At first glance, you might worry an apple is too sweet for diabetes, but nature is wise. Beneath its crisp skin is a rich source of soluble fiber, especially pectin, that slows the absorption of sugar into your bloodstream. So rather than spiking your glucose, a well-timed apple gives you a steady, balanced source of nourishment. But apples do even more. They gently support digestion, ease constipation, and help maintain healthy cholesterol. That same fiber acts like a natural broom, sweeping through your digestive system, helping things move with ease. No harsh chemicals, no side effects, just nature doing its quiet work. There's also something comforting about biting into a fresh apple. That crunch is grounding, that flavor is familiar, and for many, it brings back cherished memories, autumn harvests, homemade pies, or school lunches lovingly packed decades ago. Apples aren't just food, they're connection to your past, to your traditions, to a time when eating was simple, satisfying, and joyful. They're versatile too. Slice one and sprinkle on a little cinnamon for a naturally sweet treat. Pair with almond butter or sharp cheese for a perfectly balanced snack. You can even bake or stew them for a warm, soothing dish on a chilly evening. Adding apples to your daily routine is an act of respect for your body and your well-being. It's a gentle reminder that you can still enjoy the foods you love, even while caring for your health. Sometimes it's not about giving things up, it's about seeing them differently. And while apples are a quiet powerhouse, there's a tropical fruit up next that might surprise you, one that's often misunderstood because of its sweetness, but hides incredible healing potential. 4. Mango, a tropical twist that surprises. Just hearing the word mango can make your mouth water. It calls to mind sunshine, tropical breezes, and a kind of indulgence that feels almost too good to be healthy. For many older adults living with diabetes, mango seems like a guilty pleasure, off limits and too sugary. But what if that reputation is outdated? What if mango in all its golden, juicy glory has more to offer than you ever imagined? At its core, mango is a fruit of balance. Yes, it's sweet, but it's also rich in fiber, which slows down how sugar enters your bloodstream. When eaten in moderation, especially with the skin or alongside protein, mango doesn't overwhelm your body, it supports it gently and steadily. But the real magic of mango goes beyond blood sugar. It's packed with vitamin C for immune strength, something we all need more of with age. It also delivers a healthy dose of vitamin A, which protects vision and supports skin health. And it contains powerful compounds that help reduce oxidative stress and support fat metabolism, key players in inflammation, energy, and even memory. In short, mango isn't just delicious, it's therapeutic. There's also something emotionally powerful about mango. It doesn't just nourish your body, it lifts your spirit. It reminds you of childhood summers, vacations, or fruit picked fresh from a tree. That emotional joy, that's part of the healing too, because eating well should feel like living well, not like punishment. Try pairing a few mango slices with Greek yogurt or a handful of nuts for a balanced, blood sugar-friendly treat, or toss cubes into a spinach salad with grilled chicken for a meal that feels like a celebration. Choosing mango is about choosing joy without fear. It proves that healthy eating can be vibrant, flavorful, and deeply satisfying. You don't have to give up sweetness, you just have to know how to embrace it wisely. And just when you think the list of helpful fruits couldn't get more surprising, there's one more, an old friend hiding in plain sight, still offering something powerful. 5. Oranges. Not just for vitamin C, there's something wonderfully nostalgic about an orange. Maybe it's the way the peel cracks open with a soft snap, releasing that bright citrus scent, or the way each juicy segment pulls apart so neatly, ready to nourish you one bite at a time. For many, oranges are tied to memories of school lunches, holiday mornings, or the simple comfort of fresh juice at breakfast. But for people with diabetes, oranges are often seen with suspicion. Too sweet, too risky. The truth? When enjoyed whole and in moderation, an orange is one of the most refreshingly supportive fruits in your kitchen. First, it's not just sugar. An orange contains natural fiber, especially if you eat the flesh and some of the pith. That fiber slows down sugar absorption, helping your body maintain a steady blood sugar level instead of a sudden spike. Oranges are also loaded with vitamin C, which boosts immunity, and folate, which supports heart health. They contain flavonoids that help reduce inflammation and improve blood vessel function, important for circulation, energy, and even memory. And emotionally, oranges feel like sunshine, slices in a salad, wedges on a breakfast plate, or simply enjoyed as is. They offer hydration, sweetness, and comfort. Try pairing an orange with a handful of pistachios or cottage cheese for a well-balanced snack, or add orange segments to a salad with dark greens and olive oil for a burst of flavor and nutrition. Oranges remind us that healing doesn't have to be complicated. Sometimes it's as simple as choosing something bright, whole, and close to nature. Final thought, you deserve sweetness without fear. When it comes to diabetes, the advice has often been restrictive. Avoid, eliminate, be cautious. But science, experience, and tradition are showing us that we don't need to fear fruit. We just need to know how to enjoy it. Strawberries, grapes, apples, mangoes, oranges. Each one offers something special, not just for your blood sugar, but for your spirit, your memory, your connection to joy. These fruits remind us that nourishment isn't just about avoiding the bad. It's about embracing what's good with wisdom and care. So the next time you pass by the produce section or open your fridge, don't hesitate. Reach for the fruit that speaks to you. Eat it slowly. Enjoy it fully. Because in your golden years, you deserve health that feels good and tastes even better. For many older adults, oranges have always been a trusted companion. Tucked into lunchboxes, gifted in winter baskets, or enjoyed during quiet morning moments. But once a diagnosis like diabetes enters the picture, even this bright, familiar fruit can suddenly seem like a risk. That tangy sweetness, once a symbol of health, is now questioned. But is it fair? If we peel back the layers, literally and figuratively, we discover that oranges are among the most misunderstood fruits in the diabetic conversation. Whole oranges, not juice, are packed with benefits. Their natural fiber, especially the membrane between the slices, helps slow down how sugar enters your bloodstream. That means no sudden spikes, just a steady, gentle kind of energy your body can manage with ease. And that's only the beginning. Oranges are rich in vitamin C, a vital nutrient that supports your immune system, especially important as we age. They also offer potassium, which can help regulate blood pressure and ease water retention, both common concerns for seniors managing heart health alongside diabetes. But perhaps even more powerful are the natural plant compounds or flavonoids found in oranges. These support circulation, reduce inflammation, and may even help maintain cognitive clarity as the years pass. And then there's the simple joy of eating one. No blender, no recipe, just your hands, your senses, and a moment to enjoy something that feels real. That small ritual of peeling, smelling, and tasting an orange can be grounding and comforting. Healing doesn't always have to be complicated. Pair a small orange with a boiled egg or a handful of almonds, and you have a snack that's not only blood sugar friendly, but emotionally satisfying too. Or try adding orange slices to a spinach salad with olive oil and sunflower seeds. You'll be surprised how a simple fruit can lift your meal and your mood Choosing oranges isn't just about nutrients, it's about reclaiming the foods that bring you strength, comfort, and joy. It's about remembering that your body even now knows how to work with what nature provides. But while we've explored the fruits that support your health, there's another side to the story, one that's often whispered about, but rarely addressed clearly. Which fruits should you avoid? It's a question many are hesitant to ask, especially when we've been told for years that fruit is always healthy. But the truth is more nuanced, especially for those navigating diabetes in their later years. Not all fruits are created equal. Some fruits, though natural, can actually work against your efforts to maintain stable blood sugar levels. The culprits? It's not just the sweet ones, it's the ones that have been altered, processed, or stripped of their natural balance. Take fruit juices, for example. Even if they're labeled 100% natural, they remove the fiber that slows down sugar absorption. What you're left with is a concentrated rush of sugar comparable to soda in how it impacts your body. And dried fruits, a small handful of raisins or dried mango, may look innocent, but it can contain the sugar of several whole fruits without the water or fiber to help your system process it slowly. Even familiar favorites like dates or figs, though rich in nutrients, can cause sharp blood sugar spikes when eaten in excess. Then there's the matter of ripeness. An overripe banana with brown spots, much higher in simple sugars than its greenish, slightly firm counterpart. As fruit ripens, the starches convert into sugars, something to consider if your insulin response is already delicate. Tropical fruits like pineapple and watermelon can also pose challenges. In small, fresh portions, especially when eaten with protein, they can fit into a healthy plan. But large servings on an empty stomach, that's when problems start. So what's the takeaway? It's not about banning fruits or living in fear of food. It's about listening, really listening to what your body needs now. Your body, as it changes with age, asks for balance, hydration, and steady support, not harsh restriction, just wisdom. And wisdom is exactly what brings us to our final message. Because this journey isn't really about fruit, it's about you. As we grow older, health becomes less about perfection and more about how we feel. Do you wake up with energy? Are your thoughts clear? Do your joints move freely? These are the real markers of well-being. The truth is, nature's sweetness, when left intact and paired with fiber, water, and nutrients, can be one of the most healing things you invite into your life. Strawberries, grapes, apples, mangoes, oranges. These are more than snacks. They are memories. They are moments. They are reminders that food isn't just fuel. It's connection, comfort, culture, and care. When chosen with intention, these fruits don't just nourish your body, they uplift your spirit, especially now, in this chapter of life when joy should be more present, not less. And no, you don't need to give up everything you love. You don't need to live with restriction or fear. You just need to begin again, gently. Maybe that starts with a crisp apple at breakfast, or frozen plum slices on a hot summer day, or chilled grapes to help you skip that soda. These small choices, they matter because every time you choose something that honors both your health and your happiness, you're choosing hope. You're choosing self-respect. And that is a powerful thing at any age. So let this be your gentle reminder. You're not too old. You're not too late. And your next chapter is still being written. Let food be your ally, not your enemy. Let fruit be your friend again. And if something in this message resonated with you, I'd love to hear from you. Share one thing you've learned, one small change you plan to make. Let's lift each other up on this journey. If you found this video helpful, comment with a 1 below. If not, feel free to comment 0. Your feedback means a lot to us. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more insights like this, because you deserve a life of sweet choices, strong bodies, and simple joys. And it starts with just one fruit, just one change, just one moment of kindness to yourself.